Welcome to Mr. Woods' Wonderful World of Art, and I'm Mr. Woods. And today on this episode of
You Can Make Art with That,
we're going to have an awesome art project dealing with the ink that you use for creating the tree and a string. Oh yes, you don't need a pen, pencil, marker, crayon, or anything. We're literally going to draw with this string. So get the materials and let's begin. Okay, I'm about ready to get started. What I have is a cover sheet. I taped it down on my desk so it doesn't move. And then I have my drawing paper. So if you're using a permanent ink like this black India ink, you definitely want a cover paper because you're literally drawing with the string and you don't want to pull it across and get any ink anywhere. I have a little bowl for my ink. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my sheet in half, and I'm only going to do half a sheet. And you might want to do that too, or you want to do a full sheet, doesn't matter. But I'm going to come back in and color in all the negative spaces. So just let me tear this in half real quick. I'll set it right there in the middle, something like that. Let me get my ink. Pour a little bit in here. Now it's not going to take a lot of ink. And then if you're using something like a watercolor, just don't thin it out too much with water. You want it to be a fluid, but you don't want it to be super thin. Then I'm going to have enough string that I can hold it in my hand, and I'm going to place that into the ink and just gently move it around, and hopefully it will get saturated enough on the end here, and that's the only end that we're going to draw with is the tip of the string. So you don't have to put the entire piece of string into the ink. Let me try to get this over here. And once you get it saturated enough, each time it'll be easier and easier to ink it up. And let's see, try to get that other side a little bit without getting ink on me. I'm going to draw. I'm going to go from one edge of the paper all the way across to the other side. And I'm going to try to pull straight lines. There we go. That's so cool. I would say this is my favorite project, but then I say that about every single project. So now I'm going to pull lines, but remember control. And we want solid lines on this project. But look at that. I'm going to put a little curve to it. Nice and control. Maybe curve back. So literally just drawing with the string. This is so cool. I love it. And I'm starting a little bit on my cover paper as I go across. And again, we want solid lines. So now I have 4. Here's number 5. And I think I'm just going to put a dozen. You can go more than that, but once you see the final project, you might think otherwise, or you might just go ahead and just go with it. Let me put a couple more here. And again, I'm going from edge to edge, preventing the ink from going anywhere except for where I want it to be. Just place it onto the paper. Just control. And I think I'm going to put a couple more, just breaking up some of this area. And maybe you want all of them to come from one central spot across from each other, kind of like in the center, and they all cross over. That's all up to you. You're the artist, so just enjoy it while you're creating. And like I said, it is, just fun for me. I'm enjoying it right now. I said I was just going to put 12, but I'm going to put a few more to give myself some smaller areas. But don't go crazy and splatter it everywhere. So there we go. I'm going to call that good. And then you can see how much ink I have left over. I'm going to take this entire container with the string right to the trash and put the string into the trash. That way I'm not dripping permanent ink all over the place. So here's where I need you to be for the next part of the project. And again, permanent ink, string, dip it in there, draw yourself some lines. You can go 10 lines, 12 lines, 20 lines. Again, less is going to be a lot better than more. And I can't wait to see what you have. Okay, I removed my cover paper because it has some wet ink, and I actually cheated a little bit. I went into the bathroom and used the hair dryer to dry out my ink so I can finish this project. I'm going to use some brush markers. I think I'm going to stick with the cool colors and just color the entire thing in. Maybe using some type of a pattern. You can have fun, color it in any way you want. And again, please post it on Facebook when you have it done. I'm so excited to see what you have. And there we have it. We have an awesome non-objective piece of art. Hey, my friends and followers, thank you so much for watching another episode of
You can make art with that.
right here at Mr. Woods' Wonderful World of Art. Please like and subscribe and post your finished projects onto my Facebook page. And remember, if anyone can do it, it's you.